So don't forget. Okay, what's up, everybody? Team Adams Training, March 12th, and I have an intruder already. Hi, Edie. What's up? Sorry, guys. Can you say hello to everybody?
Hi.
Hi. What do you need, my dear?
I just wanted to be
Okay, go back out there, please. Okay, yep, we're having a meeting. Okay, all right. You know, it's how we roll. So I have a door out there that I built, and it's like a sliding barn door. And the rule is that whenever that's closed, you don't come back here. But apparently that doesn't work all that great. So some of us had joined a live video challenge, and I actually just had a couple people lined up tonight to just share a little bit of how that's going, because I know for a lot of people, and myself included, doing the live videos and sharing your story or sharing your thoughts, or maybe some of your struggles, maybe some of your triumphs, whatever you're sharing, can be a little bit scary. And we signed up for this challenge, and we're like 10 days in now, 11 days in, something like that. Yeah, somewhere around there, whatever, close enough. We're over a week in. How about that? And I've been doing live videos for a while, and I don't like feel uncomfortable anymore, but I'm realizing, especially being consistent every day, is that I was just like finding new things out about myself that I was not doing that I wanted to do. So I know one thing for me was I'm always overthinking how I'm coming across, especially too when you obviously we're leading a team here, and we have to come across as the leader, right? So there's some things like sometimes I second guess what I say, and I'm like, oh, should I say that? Is that going to come across wrong? And I was doing that on those live videos and just overthinking everything, and it wasn't coming off like natural to me. And that was like one of the frustrations that I kind of realized. I was like, oh, wow. Because as I'm doing it more consistently, I'm getting a lot more confident in that and more comfortable with that, and being able to come across, more as my true self, which I think kind of shines through. Not that I was being fake or something, but I was just trying to be not too perfect, because that's not ever going to be me, but but just too polished or something. Like, I don't know, that's just kind of something that I was taken away from doing these so far, because each week we're supposed to kind of like say, okay, what's something you're trying to overcome, what's something you're learning. And that's kind of thing I learned this week, is I just started to feel a little bit more comfortable just letting my true colors shine through. The girls are watching Trolls tonight, so I was just thinking of that song. Anyways, all right, so I brought on Brian and Tammy, who also joined the challenge, and so did Dee Dee and Dana. I think I made Dana do it, but I don't know. She decided to do it. But I just asked them to share, Brian and Tammy, to share a little bit about what they've been kind of finding about themselves through these live videos, and maybe how it's kind of, either helped the business or just helped them in general. So Brian, I'll let you come off first, buddy.
Sure. So yeah, like Jason said, I think we've been doing it like 10, 11 days now. And prior to the challenge, Krista and I had never gone live. It was probably the most frightening thing that we did the very first time we went off and went on live. And like Jason said, a couple key things that we've taken away the most has been the accountability piece. So when we joined the challenge, there's a print off that we got as an accountability tracker. So each day you do a live, you track your points, and you report your points back in. So it's, for lives, personal development, gratitude, and adding clients to your business. So for us right now, I think the consistency has been the biggest thing, because we've done one every single day since joining the challenge. And really, we've kind of been able to see who we are. And we've really been able to just kind of speak from the heart, whether it's been from accountability to friendship to, my favorite meal. We've been able to share that with everybody that's friends with us. And it is crazy how many views that we've had. You know, just on the recipe alone, I think there was like 450 views of the video. So the traffic has definitely been a big boost for us. We haven't seen anything in the business grow yet, but I know for a fact that we are planting a ton of seeds just by getting on there and speaking from the heart. You know, I've got so many people at work or, you know, friends that are like, hey, I caught your video last night, man. That was really awesome. It really spoke to me. So, you know, just kind of getting the feedback from that, you know, has been huge for us because it's really helped boost our confidence with this. And, you know, Krista and I, like I said, we'd never done a live before, and we were terrified the very first one we did. And we're like, how is this going to go? And then just the feedback from the very first one that we did, everyone's like, man, that was awesome. That was awesome. So it's definitely helped encourage us to be more vocal and kind of talk about things that, you know, people might not want to hear or kind of avoid. Just being yourself and really, you know, taking that judgment and pushing it off the side and just be who you are. And I think that's the best thing that we've taken from this is like we can speak from the heart and we can really be us. So we've got the rest of March that we're doing this challenge for. And I'm really kind of excited to see where else we can go. You know, coming up with a topic to talk about each night can kind of be a struggle sometimes, but you know, from the podcast or from the trainings, like I always grab something out of those and talk to those. So whether I can share that with somebody or give them a nice recipe, you know, it's also geared us to starting the conversations. So my 3, 3, and 3 has kind of gone to like 6, 6, and 6 because, you know, I'll just say, hey, shoot me a message if you want the recipe. And I just start out with a conversation, you know, hey, how are things going? We haven't chatted in a while. Like, what have you been up to? And so we kind of get the conversation going that way. And it's led to a couple conversations about program. Couple not yet, but it's definitely been huge planting the seeds with going live. And it's been a big benefit to us.
Love it. And somebody wrote in here, love the ones where Krista doesn't like the smell of cauliflower. So that's going to be fun to watch if you keep this going as like things change while she's pregnant and she's like, oh my gosh, you can't make that anymore. Like, remember Eileen wanted tacos all the time, but she couldn't stand when I would make the meat. Like she just couldn't handle it. So then we wouldn't have tacos because obviously, well, then she'd make me go run a Taco Bell. That's what happened. And that added to me eventually doing the program, of course. So, you know, one thing I said, like one thing I was thinking, I was like, maybe we need to have our own challenge. You know, I know just a few of us got in here, but maybe we need to make our own challenge with some incentives and fun stuff. And then, you know, sharing takeaways from, like you mentioned, podcasts or anything like that. Did you finish that Ed Milet one?
No, not yet. It was a crazy day at work. So tomorrow,
it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, so I got through, I think, the first half an hour of it, and I still have another hour left to go. So no meetings tomorrow, so it'll be done. Just a little that I did listen to was insane. Like I messaged you, Jason, and we kind of talked about, like, I've been a baseball fan all my life. And Ed kind of alluded to a quote that just blew my mind after I heard it. And it was, to be one of the greatest baseball hitters or considered one of the baseball hitters, you fail 7 out of 10 times to hit 300 and you're still considered one of the greatest hitters. So it really just kind of made me reflect and really think about, like, I'm not going to get every client signed up that I talk to. I'm going to fail 7 out of 10 times before I may see that positive result. So it just really kind of resonated with me. Yeah,
I love that one. And the other thing he was talking about too, because Ed Milet was wanting to be a professional baseball player. He never made it, whatever. But, you know, he's just talking about, like, then when you go back to the dugout, like, what do?
Right.
You look at it, you go, okay, where's my feet? What did I do wrong? Like, did I swing too early? Did he throw me a curveball? I thought it was a fastball. Like, there's all these things, and you just reevaluate. And that's part of it too, is, 3 out of 10 times you hit the ball, whatever, you got a hit. 7 out of 10 times you may have, quote unquote, failed. You didn't really fail, but, you know, you didn't get the result you wanted. We'll go back and look at it and say, okay, what can I adjust for next time? Or do I need to adjust anything? Or maybe he just threw a 102-mile-an-hour fastball and there's no way I can catch up to it. So I love that. But, you know, just sharing takeaways from things that you're learning and then taking them to a live is kind of huge, which is a lot of what like I do, because I don't know everything and I'm learning every day. And so when I learn something new, I just go share it. So, you know, a lot of times I think we get hung up on, oh, we have to know all this content and I've got to try to, you know, memorize the Habits of Health book or whatever. Well, no, we don't. We just need to share what's going on with us, what's going on in our life, what's going on that day. If you're, you know, I mean, share about your kids, like share about whatever. And you're just building that relationship and that trust with people. So that's great. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, no problem.
Right. Let's move on to Miss Tammy. I see Matt is in there too. What's up, buddy?
Can't hear you. I can hear you now.
How you doing, Jason?
Matt's in here talking away, and I'm like, he can't hear you. Stop. So, live video challenge definitely like forced myself out of my comfort zone a little bit, which we know we find comfort is not necessarily a good thing. And I will tell you, my first 3 videos, my first 2 were slightly fails. My first one, my phone died at the end. So the video very abruptly ended. I think I was close to ending the video, but second video, we decided to do a date night. I waited a little too long where the sun was setting in the car and it was like blasting me in the face. So can't remember how. I think that video was good for some laughs. But, you know, it's nice not only because we do the 3, 3, and 3 posts. I've done the videos about like why I choose to be a health coach, why I choose to pay it forward. I've addressed those issues. It just depends on how I'm feeling for the day is what I choose a video on and what's really speaking to my heart. Sometimes it's health related. Sometimes it's just life. And that's okay because you know what? All of those videos, like doing the live videos has really opened up a whole window of people that we haven't been able to reach out to. The recipes, like people love recipes. My recipe video last night did wonderful. And it was just a glimpse of just, hey, I'm having this for dinner. This is about halfway through the cooking phase, blah, 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 blah. It was the broccoli cheese casserole, Jenny. It's Jenny's favorite. So I'm thankful for her because she made it and that forced me to try it because I wouldn't have tried it otherwise. I'll tell you that. But so just having that, putting us out of our comfort zone, starting new conversations, bringing more people in that kind of just scroll past the posts, and just opens up a whole new world of people. And let people know that we are still real human beings. We have faults and we have truth to us. And that's just really what it is opens up that next level of social media. So
love it. And actually that's the biggest thing is that reaching new people. I've noticed on my lives, like people that I've never seen like or comment on anything are commenting, or I've even had someone shoot me a message and say, hey, that was a really good video. I was like, oh, okay. Like, who are you? I don't know. You know, but it's nice that you're able to meet them because not everybody is looking for a before and after post, right? Not everybody is like, I'm ready to get healthy. But you can reach them on other wavelengths. And, you know, like today I was talking about, you know, being a manager versus a leader. And this one lady shared my post. It, you know, it had nothing to do with health, but it reached, you know, maybe what she was looking at right now. So it's nice that, you know, you are reaching a different demographic of people. That's how you pop that off. Go ahead.
I'm excited for my video tonight. Like for those of you that don't know, like we have a big family and we like the idea of travel is not been something that is huge in our family. And I have a paper planner and I like to have everything written out. So today I put in the calendar, like all the Optavia away events, some that I've working on qualifying for, others that are goals for qualifying, and then just our regular vacations. And to see like how many days, like for the next through December is like 25 days to be gone out of the house. Like that's incredible. And what a amazing opportunity. So my video tonight is going to start with a garment bag because I had to go buy a garment bag. Never in my life needed a garment bag. So that's pretty exciting.
I don't even know what a garment bag is.
Formal wear.
Small man
Formal
bag.
wear, Jason.
No, I know what it is. But you know what though? The best thing about that is hashtag no vacation days needed. How cool is that? Love it. And again, disclaimer, that might not be for everybody. Everybody coaches for different reasons, but that was one of Tammy's whys. That was one of my whys. So there you go. And now we have, I see Dee Dee is, well, number one, happy anniversary. Where'd you go? Oh, there you go. Happy anniversary, guys. But she said she was willing to pop off real quick and share as well.
There's my husband too.
Hey guys.
Hey, Buck.
Hello, buddy.
So, as you guys know, poor Jason and Tammy and Kate, they all hear from me quite often about these live video things because that's way out of my comfort zone. But it has, honestly, it's been huge. My husband, thankfully, has helped me come up with some ideas on occasion because I'm like, I don't know what to talk about. But people don't really care. It's like you said, you speak from the heart, and that touches more people than just doing anything, you know. My first couple videos, I know I was outside, the wind's blowing in the phone, you know, it wasn't a very good one. I was in the car one time, and like Tammy, the sun was bad. I've done a couple of recipe ones as well, and like Tammy said, those are huge. People absolutely love it. And people desire right now to get healthy. They're not I didn't see what that one said. They're not happy with their lifestyle anymore. So people are hungry to get healthy, and whether they want to jump on our program or not, they're watching every day. They're watching what you post, what you talk about. I know for me, it's helped me be able to talk to people. I've had people reach out to me. I had a girl that I did a share call with back in October. She wants to do the program. I don't know, I'm not positive what she's waiting for. I talk to her relatively frequently, but she sent me a private message and said, I just love listening to you. You're such an inspiration. You know, that if that doesn't speak for what these videos do for other people, not only what it does for yourself, you know, it obviously makes you feel good about what you're doing for other people. And I had another girl that I just connected with recently that I went to high school with. She sent me a very similar message, and I was like, you know, it's obviously people are watching. If you can touch people's lives in a positive way, to me, that's a bonus. On the business side of things, I can tell you in the past 10 days, it's created about 5 share calls for me. Will it produce clients? It doesn't matter. I know it's doing what it's meant to do. So stay strong, everybody. Pour your heart out. That's what people love to see instead of all the negativity in the world. Just my thoughts.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Love that. You know, one thing about that is people that are reaching out to you, it's kind of like building your tribe, right? 'Cause
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of times those are the people that you're looking to connect with anyways. And I think the one thing that you said that really resonated with me, though, was that people aren't happy. And there's so much of that out there. And we can all put on a front, and doesn't mean that we're all super happy, right? I mean, we're all moving forward, but you know, people are looking for something different, and I think what we do here is definitely something different. And the community too, I think I've taken for granted the community piece of it just because we've been doing it for a while, and it's just kind of what we do, you know. And I think I've kind of taken for granted of how much that means to people. Actually, Nicole, I'm gonna pick on you, and great job on her makeup, by the way. But you said something at our dinner that you were at about just like I think it was you. I'm pretty sure it was you. Just about being around the positivity. And I think I take that for granted sometimes, and really be able to bring people in around that. We signed a new client slash coach today, and I think for her it's going to be huge. Like the community and just being around positive energy is going to be like a game changer, regardless what she does with Optavia or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like I think just getting around people that want to see you win is huge. All right, so like I was saying earlier, for those of us just joining us, when I posted this, I said, something about sharpening the axe. I was thinking about working on, like personal development and just moving forward because I'm really passionate about that anyways. But I was listening to a podcast, and it's called the MF CEO podcast. And the guy is, well, he curses like a sailor. So if you don't like hearing the F-bomb a lot or anything like that, it's not the podcast for you. But it got some really great content if you can get past that, if that bothers you. And some people doesn't really matter. Doesn't bother me at all. But he's got some really good content. But he was talking today about sharpening your axe, and that's obviously what I was thinking about today, and it just happened to be talked about it in his podcast. But he had this awesome analogy for it. And he's like, when you think about an axe, there's 4 components to the axe. So one is an axe laying on the ground is not going to do anything by itself, right? We can all agree that if you see an axe laying on the ground, there's no trees just falling over because it's laying there. Like you're going to actually have to pick it up and use it. Swear off with, he would have a good swear off with Tabitha. But an axe is not going to just do something on its own. You have to actually pick it up and do something. You have to swing it. You have to hit it against the tree hard. So that's number 1 component, is actually you have to go and do the work. The second one is consistency. One hit is not going to knock a tree over. Just one swing and then you're like, okay, I'm done. That's not going to do anything. You have to be consistent, and you also have to be precise with that too. You can't just like start swinging an axe and just hitting every little branch along the way. Nothing's going to happen. So the other part of that is being consistent, and you got to keep swinging. You got to keep hitting the same spot, and then just being precise with what you're doing. Self-awareness was the third component, and knowing when it needs to be sharpened. Knowing that if you're not seeing the results from you keep hitting over and over and you're not seeing the results, well, maybe it's time that you take a look at the axe and make sure it's sharp. Make sure that, there's nothing that's broken on it, nothing that needs to be fixed. You could ask somebody else too, like if we're thinking about our mentorship team and saying, hey guys, how's this axe look to you? You think we need to sharpen it? Like, oh yeah, we should probably sharpen that right there. So that was the third component. And then the fourth component, which I think all of us sometimes lack, I know I do, is patience. It doesn't matter how sharp your axe is. It doesn't matter how hard you hit it. It's going to take time to chop down that tree, whatever it is that you're doing. And it's going to take just the effort, consistency, the self-awareness, and the patience to be able to chop down whatever that tree is, whatever you got in front of you. So I just thought that was an awesome analogy. He probably said it a lot better with a lot more F-bombs, but it was really good. And I was like, that was such a perfect analogy for that. So when we're sharpening our axe, what are you guys doing is the question. What are you guys doing to help move that forward a little bit? These trainings are awesome, but what are you doing beyond that? I challenge you, just read like 10 pages a day, read 5 pages a day. Just hop on a podcast every once in a while. Check out that guy's podcast, MF CEO. Andy Frizzell is his name. What are you doing as far as like maybe the business side of things? Are you trying to learn more about that, understand our model a little bit better? Actually here, I have a little giveaway. I have 3 of these left. in the past, I tried to do a like a little book club, and I'll be honest, on my end, I failed. I did not get set up, but so I handed out a few of these, but I have 3 of these left. If anybody wants them, be the first ones to shoot me a private message, and you could have them. Eileen and I will ship them off to you. So it's The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It's a great, easy read. It's like only a couple hundred pages, I think. Yeah, it's less than 200 pages. Shoot me a private message on Facebook, not on here because I won't see it, and we'll send this out to you. It's just a really great read about consistency and what you can do over time. And Darren Hardy has a podcast too if you ever want to check it out. But anyways, thanks for hopping on, guys. Congrats for hopping on, I should say. I love our little time on Monday. We keep it to a half an hour, but I think it's good stuff. I love hearing from all you guys. So have a great week. We'll see you on Thursday. And last plug for convention. I know we were talking a little bit about in the group. You just get there. It's in St. Louis. Most of us live around this area anyway. I know there's some Cali people and some East Coast people that might be on the team, but most of us, it's only a few hours for a drive. So get there, and honestly, that's where all the breakthroughs happen, because that's where your mind is open to all new possibilities that you never even dreamed of before. So awesome. Love it. Everybody have a great night, and we'll talk to you later.